Why are you fucking singing this fucking Jerry Rafferty song?
It's stuck in my head. There's a thing on Twitter where like this guy from Germany's playing a sax into a tube.
He's
And
playing that.
no, he's not. But for some reason, in my mind, that's what he should be playing.
All right, we're back. The Graveyard Shift movie podcast where we rate, review, and discuss all types of different horror movies. Today, we're discussing Train to Busan from 2016. This was Maverick's pick for the week. We got Maverick, Tyler, Bags, the usual crew. I guess we'll kick it off. Tyler, I think you're gonna be the low ball of this group. So, what's your rating for this movie?
I would say 9.5. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm gonna give it a 3, but I'll tell you why later.
Oh
3.
my god.
I think the movie
well, yeah. Hold on.
is okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you why later.
All right, Bags, you got a rate for us?
Shit, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Maverick,
Dude, it was a solid 9. I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie.
9.
But why not a 10?
Hey, we'll get into it.
We'll get into it.
I was gonna give it a 6 out of 10 as well. Oh, all right. So Tyler, why this movie get a 3 for you?
It's a good movie. Go watch it. There's some things I really liked about it,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of things I just didn't. Like, we're gonna spoil it now.
Oh yeah,
So
spoiler
if you want to
territory.
watch this and then come
Hey,
back,
Maverick, give us a.
Oh no, I gave you one last week.
yeah, we need one.
Well, we need a new one every week.
No, too bad.
Wow, you're
Yeah.
really gonna be like this, huh? Anyway, hey, spoiler warning.
Beep, 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 beep. Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Kind of like figure out how to say this and not sound like a dick.
Okay.
They did two things that really pissed me off. The whole thing was the girl was going to go. The dad was taking his daughter to see his mom,
Uh-huh.
and the whole movie they never let you know if the mom's alive. They never let you know if she's like okay, and you never know if the daughter makes it to the mom.
Yeah.
And the whole point of the movie, they did one throwaway line where there's like, when you start something, you have to finish it. And then the movie didn't even follow its own fucking rules.
The one rule they gave.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. And then I think they took the cheap way out, and I think that soldier should have busted that lady straight in the head at the end.
I agree with you.
I think they pushed out, and they're like, there's no way we could do this. And I
Yeah.
was like, in any other situation, they would have shot those people dead.
I
Both of them.
would have gave this movie an 8 out of 10.
It would have, yeah.
They would have shot that lady.
Yeah, like I said, it was probably like a 7, except for those two things bothered me.
Mhm.
The only good thing is like it's a foreign movie.
It's our
I don't know the actors.
Yeah, our first foreign
So-
movie we've covered on the podcast.
I was like, okay, since I don't know, well, I mean, Funny Games is a foreign, but anyways,
Well, yeah, but that was the U.S. version we covered of it. Even in like the poster, it's like Funny Games U.S.
I think I like foreign movies more because like this is the same reason Uncut Gems I think failed for me, is because you associate actors you know with other roles even if you don't do it like consciously.
Yeah.
So when me, it's like, hey, Sandler, you know? And you didn't have that with this movie. Not for me, at least. I didn't
No.
recognize any of these guys.
Nah, I didn't know any of them.
I thought I recognized the business guy
Racist.
who ends up being he basically ends up being the villain of the whole movie.
Yeah, the
dude's-
fucking asshole.
This dude's body count, he must have killed like 6 people
Oh, yeah.
On purpose.
Dude.
on purpose. He even spoiler, he
yeah.
even ends up killing the main star of the movie. Like yeah, anyway, I thought I recognized him and then I looked up his IMDb. And there was nothing in there I recognized, so maybe I didn't. Oh. Hey, this was the another fun fact since it is our first horror movie. This was also the first zombie movie that South Korea ever made. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Hey, it's our first horror movie, guys. Congratulations. We did it.
Nice, well done.
Let me ask you something. have any of you seen? I think this was the first time I've seen this in a movie. The beginning, when the truck driver's there and he's trying to get into the city, he ends up hitting that deer, and then he drives
Yeah.
off, and it shows the deer like turn into a zombie. I
Hmm.
I can't remember another movie that I've seen like an animal like that turn into a zombie.
I mean, Pet Cemetery.
That was the
Well,
weird.
yeah,
That was the
but
weirdest thing because that's the only animal I think you see that's a zombie. Like that's like the only
Yeah,
time they show that.
that scene did look crazy. How it got
Yeah.
up. It was
yeah,
impressive.
yeah, that's what it
It was
hooked me
not
in
bad.
immediately. I was like, okay, we got some zombie deers.
Yeah.
Hmm. Um. Uh. Uh. Let's see.
Hey,
Let's-
you remember that part where he got his daughter a present
I.
and she unwrapped it?
Oh,
He
yeah.
got her the Wii U, and she just looks at it. And then he's
It
like,
was an
"Oh,
original Wii.
was it an original
act-
Wii?"
It was. I thought it was
Yeah.
a Wii U when I
It
first
was
saw it.
the not the original. It was the special edition one that came out just after the original because the original was
Oh.
white and
Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
a black one.
and plus
But
the
it was
original was
still- it
like
wasn't a-
2007.
Yeah, it wasn't
Like-
like a fancy one though.
Yeah.
The original one that came out would play like GameCube games also, random, if you didn't know that.
Yeah.
But then like they re-released it later in black and they put Wi-Fi in it when
Oh.
like Netflix became big to stream and shit.
Hmm.
But shit, now there was two Wii's in that house.
There was two Wii's in the house.
Dude, I swear I thought I saw three. Like I saw the one out of the box, one behind that in a box, and then the one she was holding. And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
No, they just keep the boxes for shit like that. Like there's an empty box behind the one. I think. I don't think anyone knows.
Yeah.
But
Hey, also, so yeah, they do the whole thing where they get on the train and they're gonna go see the mom, and that one chick who like gets bit by the zombie like just runs onto the train and like.
Oh
stays
yeah,
there.
without dude seeing.
How- How did that guy not hear her? Because she's just sitting. She just sits on the step like as she gets in, and she's like, ah, oh. And the dude's like right there, and I was like, how do you not hear the stowaway that just hopped on your train?
I have
And
no
he
idea.
never heard her. No.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. That was a weird part, but like the train's getting ready to leave and like air brakes are going off, and that
Mhm.
door closed right after that. So
Yeah, but you know,
I mean, I agree and disagree, right? Like it was so weird, but it was just so perfectly timed.
yeah.
I mean, the homeless dude got on too.
Homeless dude.
I was
did get
about
on,
to
yeah.
fucking. Did you think that homeless guy was gonna make it to the end?
I hope so.
Spoiler, he didn't live.
Yeah,
But-
I thought he was
No.
gonna turn out to be an asshole, but he wasn't.
No,
Right.
he was
Yeah.
just sort of a coward though.
Do we think he was homeless or whatever?
He looked pretty homeless.
Definitely.
Did it shock anybody else when he knew to put his jacket on the zombie's head to immobilize him?
Right?
Like out of nowhere, he just knew that if he covered this dude's head, the zombie would leave him alone.
Was that before or after you discover that I guess they can't see in the dark?
That was before.
Yeah, before.
Okay. Yeah, they never explained like that guy was never like I was in here when it all hit and stuff.
Well,
yeah.
he was though. Remember, he was like dead. Everybody's
yeah.
dead. But he just kind of knew it,
Yeah.
and it's like, how? Well, you've been running for your life this whole time.
That
Don't ask
also
questions.
that's one of the parts that bothered me in this movie was that whole night thing or the dark where they can't see in the dark, which just seemed like an easy way for them to get from the back train to the front
Yeah.
train. Because it never comes in handy except for that point. Like they never use it again, and they never explain like
I think
why.
it has something to do with their eyes being white.
Maybe I don't know. They
I
also
think, but
they turn it like they go from like making zombie noises and then it's like dark and then they're like ooh ooh like they're like it's like I'm watching Planet of the Apes. Like
well, no. When it goes dark, I think they're trying to use like sonar or whatever. It's like a location
A bat?
ping. Yeah.
yeah.
You know, we've all seen that blind kid who can see, right? And he's like, he makes those
Jesus
noises.
Christ. Jesus Christ.
That's what he does. It's like what called Echo something.
Is this a real person or is this a movie?
Yeah. No, it's
Oh
real.
no, I don't think I've seen this.
And he like does that, and then he can like find his way around, and he's 100% blind.
Huh.
So,
No, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know.
but I think that's what they're going for. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, maybe.
You remember that scene when the Asian girl who's like the cheerleader? Well, they're all Asian, yeah. Well, the girl who's like the cheerleader for the baseball team or whatever, she comes on, and I guess that dude's supposed to be like her boyfriend that doesn't want to date her for some reason. But then like all the other baseball dudes are like, accept her. Her.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is weird. Like, it was such a weird chant.
Oh, I feel like they were just pulling his leg
Uh,
just to fuck with him.
I don't know. Do you see any zombies? Like, they bash a couple in the head with some bats, but do they ever, like, show them killing a zombie?
Yeah, the star of the movie, big boy. I don't know his
Uh-huh.
name.
Which one? The muscle guy or
I guess he was a muscle guy. He just looked like a fat dude.
the one with the pregnant wife?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that guy.
That guy was
He
the
was
best.
snapping
Yeah.
necks the whole time.
He was snap. You could hear him crunch.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
he was-
That dude was badass, man.
Hey, you want to know a fun fact about that guy? That dude
I
used
feel
to
like
be
I've seen him in something.
he used to be the personal trainer of the star of this movie, the dad with the daughter. He used to just train him in the gym, and then he was like,
Yeah,
"I'm gonna
that's
start
crazy.
acting now." So I guess he is a muscle guy, since he's a personal trainer. Yeah,
That dude was. That scene where they're like, all right, fuck it, we're going through all the train cars, and they're
Mhm.
like suiting up, and then they walk out of the first. It was badass. I was like, holy shit. I was like, they're gonna fuck some shit up. I was hype as hell.
That dude had a lot of weird lines. That muscle guy, where they would like get away from danger, and they'd be like, "Yo, jerk, aren't you gonna apologize and stuff?" And it was always like these
He kept
weird
it funny
insults.
though. Like it was.
He did
was
almost
funny
kill
as
that
shit.
guy and his wife.
He did.
He did.
he
Yeah,
tried.
he
even,
tried.
honestly.
And it was like there was a lot of time in between where the zombies were
And
and the wife and
yeah,
him.
like, did you notice like that couple was like the last set of humans, and then it was like all these zombies. It's like, how is he not gonna let those last two people in?
Yeah, right. I was like, come on, guy, really? This is when you decide to shut the door.
Well,
Remember that part? Sorry, what?
I was just gonna say. I mean, they literally didn't open the door later, right? Like,
Yeah.
Remember that part where fucking that granny was like, "I'm going to let my friend in."
She
And
did.
yeah, that guy
Her
was like, "Oh
sister.
shit." Yeah,
Was
her
it her
sister.
sister? Okay.
Yeah, her sister.
she's like, Tina.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think
She's
that.
like, fuck all y'all. Opens the door. I was like, oh shit, dude.
Yeah, it pissed me off for two things. First off, I didn't think that other old lady was gonna die, and then because I was like, oh, they're gonna have the happy reunion with the two old ladies, and then she was dead, and I was like, oh, all right. But then, so the lady's like, thank you for everything, and she like opens up the door, and all the zombies come in, and I was like, that's fine. I don't really care about. She was the only one. That old lady was the only one that I was like, oh, if she died in the car, that's the only one I wouldn't want to die. But then since she killed everyone, I was like, well, I'm fine with everyone dying now. And then the one guy who I hated the most lived.
Yeah.
And he got in that
you
back
can
room.
tell. Yeah, him and that other guy were in there.
The guy
So-
who was a good guy the whole movie, and then like decided to like team up with everyone else at the end. He was like helping save everyone with the cheerleader girl. And then at the last minute was like, everyone get out of the train, and like was kicking everyone off.
All right. What about the train conductor who was like the greatest human ever made?
He was, yeah, that.
Y'all stay
ooh.
here. I'm gonna get another train. I hope you make it safely. God bless us. And he
Godspeed.
goes running. Yeah, and I'm like, this dude is the nicest dude.
Yeah,
I've ever
and
met.
then
Just
that
fucked him
True
to
that.
death.
son of a bitch, he just throws him
gets
to the
everybody.
zombie.
Yeah, he like drips. Okay,
Yeah.
the guy breaks his ankle.
Yeah, I
Right?
guess, yeah.
I
Running
think he
across
just
the
Like
twisted
rolled
it.
it, yeah.
Just, yeah,
He
And
did,
he
yeah, he
couldn't
sprained
get
it,
up.
broke it, whatever.
Yeah, he couldn't get up. So
Mhm.
then, fucking Captain Conductor went running over to save the day, and the guy throws the conductor at him,
Yeah.
and then sprints off
Yeah.
immediately
Yeah, he
afterwards.
did. He said,
And I'm
"Fuck
like,
this shit. I'm out."
I
Yeah.
thought this guy's ankle was broken.
They
That
tried.
conductor should not have jumped off that train though.
No, he
Like,
should have
he's the
left them.
conductor.
He was a solid guy.
He
had
he was a
words.
good
was.
guy. He was too good for his own good. Yeah, and then they try to like kind of throw some sympathy in for that dude at the end who he's like, I'm trying to get to my mother. And it's like, yo, I don't care about you or your mother. Like,
Yeah.
I hope you die.
I don't care about you or that whore. I don't. I can die,
Well,
dude.
I'm sure
Fucking
she might be
die.
a nice lady. Okay.
I read that differently. I read that as like the guy was a simpleton coward. And
He
like
was
he's
full
like,
of
I
shit,
just want to
right?
see my mom, you know, and it was like
Yeah.
kind of like calling him like a basement dweller, or whatever, right? Like
Yeah.
that's how I saw it. But
Well, yeah, yeah, he was a coward. He was a coward the whole movie. Like the dude like punched him, and he's like, "We could have saved him," and then he's like, "He's infected, he's infected," and everyone
Yeah,
like,
fucking
I
piece
know,
of shit.
"Oh god."
Why did everybody back that guy in that scene?
I mean,
Like-
people are scared, man. They panic, but
I know, but
still-
you could have looked at that guy and he did not look sick.
yeah.
well, no, he had blood all over him.
Well, also-
remember?
He did.
If they just looked around, people turned into zombies really fast in this movie.
Real
Like
fucking
they got
fast.
bit, and then 5 seconds later, they were a zombie. So
Well,
I
yes and
mean,
no,
yeah,
because the girl who got on, she had like the wherewithal to like tie her stocking around her leg
yeah,
and do all this stuff. But then later on, people are getting bit, and you're seeing them change like right in front of you. So
Yeah.
it's like, pick a fucking
Like when they were like, you have to leave, and they sent them to like a further
mm-hmm,
cabin or whatever, caboose.
yeah.
Like, wouldn't they be like, all right, this is cool?
Yeah,
This is-
I was like, why are they so upset? Be like, I don't want to hang out with those guys anyway. Like,
I'd rather have some people in between me.
And the
And,
and
like,
the
fucking horde of
zombies.
zombies.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
Plus, I think they had all the vending machines and stuff. Like, in
yeah,
the
they
little
had all the
room.
food.
They did.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Shit, fuck that. I'd rather just chill.
yeah. You remember when? So the homeless guy's like hiding in the bathroom or whatever. You
Mhm.
remember? I thought it was so weird that they just let that little girl like stand there the whole time that they're like talking to
Yeah.
this dude. Like you don't know what he's about. And then the guy's like, "You be careful, or else you'll wind up like him." And she's like, "My mommy says
Mhm.
people say that are assholes." And he's like, "Your mommy didn't graduate." And I was like, "Come on, dude." Like,
Oh shit.
yeah,
I'll lose
probably right. Yeah, you don't know anything about the mom.
Yeah, you don't see
You
shit.
never find out about her.
it. Mm-hmm.
Which, you think she's dead? You think Busan got like, even though they say it's safe and the military was there, you think it got taken over and it's like destroyed?
Not sure.
There.
What do you say?
I want to say Busan at the moment was safe. Only for the moment.
Yeah.
Only.
I just, you had the military there and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They were at the checkpoint, so
They seem to have like a good stronghold.
Only for the moment.
Yeah,
only
like
for the moment.
back to what Tyler said. If like Busan was safe and they got there and the military's there, why wouldn't they have an extra scene where it's like the mom, and the little girl gets to reunite with the mom?
Maybe there was after credits and I didn't see it.
I
I
looked, I
didn't
didn't
see
see any.
Is there
The
a
whole-
sequel?
Kill Granny
There's-
off and not tell anyone or show
So-
anybody.
Here's the. I heard that they were making a Train to Busan 2, but then I saw they're making a movie called Peninsula, which takes place 4 years after, and it's in the same universe. But the director
Oh
said
shit.
it's not a sequel; it's just in the same universe, and it's 4 years later. So I don't know if that's what people were talking about when I kept hearing that a Train to Busan 2 was being made, and they just took Peninsula and were like, "Oh, that's Train to Busan." So there's a sequel, but according to the director, it's not a sequel. It's just a movie that takes place in the same universe.
Cop out, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it. Peninsula.
Yeah,
I'm
Peninsula.
gonna have to watch that. Came out 2020.
Well,
July 13th. July 30th. I mean.
You realize that's the
30th.
future, right?
Yeah, that's the future.
Oh yeah.
Future. Oh man, that's close. July 30th. That movie's coming out.
We had to go see it. Let's go to South Korea, boys.
Let's go to South Korea.
This is a Korean film, right?
It's South Korea. First zombie movie ever made in South Korea.
I thought it was the first big budget.
I read something where it was like the first South Korean movie to have like a million viewers in theaters or something. It was something weird like that.
Dude, did you check the box office? How much
I
it made
checked.
and how much
Yeah,
the budget was?
the
Holy
budget.
shit!
It was made on an $8.5 million budget, and it made $98.5 million.
Yes, sir, dude.
So
The
they.
glow up.
Oh, it came out in theaters over there.
Yeah, over there. It came out. It came out somewhere else that was really big. I don't know if it hit theaters in America. I'm sure it was in like Alamo Draft House or something like that. But yeah, I don't know if it had a global release, but it made a lot of money wherever it was.
It made $98 million.
$98 million.
American?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the answer to that sequel question. So technically, there's a sequel, but is it really a sequel? It's up to
It's
you.
not going to answer any of our questions.
No.
Yeah, it's not gonna say shit.
Yeah. This movie was made real fast too. It was only 4 months. They made this movie in 4 months.
Damn.
Like
Yo, them
editing,
Koreans,
getting it
boy.
out, and everything. It was just a 4 month process. Which at some points the CGI you can sort of tell
I was
that
about to say, it shows.
there was
you know?
some that it's like they could have spent.
Dude,
a
I
little
didn't
longer on
notice
that.
anything.
The
Besides the crowds of zombies, like when they bunch up, I really like the deer looked really good.
You telling me that scene where they all grabbed hold of the train and they were making like the moving carpet look good?
the one I
That's the
remember
weirdest shit I've ever seen.
That part, maybe not.
when they get to the one place and it turns out the army is all zombies. There's a scene where everyone's trying to hop back on the train where they come busting out of the glass and like land on the train, and it looks
Yeah.
super fake. And that was the
It
only
did, it
part
looked
that I
bad.
was really
Yeah.
like, oh, that and the train, the fire train that ends up crashing into the one train that they thought they were going to take the
It had
safety.
its own soundtrack. It was showed it and it was like,
yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It threw me off.
Yeah, there was a few like overshots or like aerial shots or whatever you want to call them, where the train didn't look that real either.
Yeah.
But-
There was definitely scenes where it's like, ooh, but it didn't look terrible for the budget it was on. The
I
zombies
think-
look good. I thought the zombies looked good.
It looked like a sci-fi movie to me. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Like
Hey.
a good sci-fi movie.
Hey,
though, right?
sci-fi,
Like,
they've been cranking out some some winners. They have really, but they make money.
I'm not shitting on the movie. I think the movie it's a good movie.
Mhm.
I'm just saying that I don't know where they went with that 10 million.
Yeah.
I don't know what they spent that on.
Oh, fucking A-list Korean actors, dude.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's the
I-
actors. And I just don't know.
Yeah, apparently that lady who played the you remember the lady who was the what would you call it? The people who help out on the train?
Stewart.
Yeah, the steward,
Yeah.
the one who gets her neck chewed on, the first one to die. Apparently she's
Yeah.
in some like K-pop band in South Korea, like a girl group called the Wonder Girls, I think it was. So maybe that 10 million just went to her. Maybe that was like a cameo of someone super famous and we just didn't know it.
Like I said, I don't watch a lot of foreign films.
I don't
so-
either. I think the only other South Korean movie I watched was Parasite. I can't think of another one. Ooh boy, let me tell you though. I got a little teary-eyed when the dad was on the back of the train. And he was like looking at him holding his daughter and stuff.
Yeah, and you just see his shadow, or whatever.
His
Just
shadow fall off in the train, and I was sitting there going. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
You
But
didn't? No.
no.
as soon as
Nah,
he was
me
like,
neither.
Well,
I knew it was gonna be some bullshit when I mean, it's one zombie. It's not too much to just toss him off the fucking side.
Why did he feel
But
the need to grab him by the mouth?
I
as
don't
soon
know.
as I saw his hand go over his mouth, I was like, "Man, you fucking idiot!" And he dies. And I was like,
Yeah, like why
"God
didn't he
damn
wrap
it!"
his shirt around his hand and just start swinging on the guy?
Or
I'm
open
saying-
any of the doors on the train that would have just blocked him.
I
He
think
could have
there
just
was
opened one of those
no,
panels and just
I
held
think
it
it was
there.
just the one door. That was
Well,
the
no,
engine car.
There
It's
was
just one
there was
door.
all these panels on the side that had little latches.
Yeah, where they keep like tools and shit.
Yeah, he could have just opened any of those. It's a zombie. He's not gonna be like, duck. You know, he's gonna be like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said,
Yeah, he bit his hand, and I was like, just cut it off. Like, thinking Walking Dead style. But then I was like,
I thought
no
he
one
was gonna
knows.
run over his hand with the train. When he tied that chain around him, I was like, this dude's about to cut off his hand with the train.
That would have
And
been
I
dope.
got kind of stoked, and
That
then
would have been funny, yeah.
he just jumped and kind of went, eh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but like I
Man,
said, it wasn't a good movie to me.
that daughter
Well, I
was.
thought you gave it a.
He gave it a 3.
Oh, you changed it?
He gave it a 9
I
as a
thought-
joke.
What?
Yeah, I gave it a 3 just because when something tells you something and then it goes against its own rules, you're like, well, what am I basing this off?
That daughter was going off. She probably had a sore throat after that scene. She probably screamed for 6 minutes straight, just screaming
Yeah.
and crying while the dad was on the back.
That shit was crazy.
He was cool.
Who was cool?
The daughter.
The daughter,
She
yeah.
was alright, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what it says
He was
about.
the only person in the film that you didn't want to just punch in the face, right? And then when she starts screaming, you're like, I kind of want to punch her now.
Wow.
Well, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things where you want to like imply that she's screaming still, but at the same time,
Yeah.
you're like, do we have to have her scream the whole time?
There was a couple instances like when he closes the door on the muscle guy and the pregnant wife. I was like, oh, what are you doing, guy? But then there's a couple times where he tells the daughter, he's like, listen, look out for yourself. And I don't know what it says about me either. I was like, yeah, he's right. He's got a point.
Yeah, I was like, that's totally reasonable, right, though.
Yeah.
I was like, that's reasonable, dude.
I think you guys are horrible humans.
Maybe. I
When
don't
he
know.
gave it, you talking about like when she gave up her seat to the old lady? He's
Yeah.
like, why did you do that?
I wasn't agreeing with that, but when he was like, listen, you can't be nice to everybody, I was like, he's got a point. Yeah. But it is what it is. Let's see.
But yeah, like I said, it was almost, I don't even consider that a horror movie. It's almost like an action movie. It reminded me of like Mission Impossible or something like that.
You weren't scared?
No, not for 1 second.
Did you get scared? There was one part where I think it's at the end when they're walking through like the barbed wire after they get off the train
And the
through
hand
tunnel.
twitched.
The hand twitch. I went
Yeah, I was like, oh.
I did a little jump.
Yeah, I went out for ribs when I saw that hand. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I was like,
Look, I think we can agree we were all scared.
and we were quivering
Yeah.
in our boots.
I'm trying to think.
Hey. Also, fun fact: that dude that plays the dad is actually from Busan. It's his hometown.
I didn't know Busan was a real place.
Yeah. Hey. Well, it is, and he's from it. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't either. I thought it was maybe just the name of the movie, but it's real.
It was an okay movie. Like, I didn't feel like I wasted my time watching it. It was a little
No.
slow.
Yeah. Oh,
It took
Slow.
forever. Yeah.
I didn't really. I mean, there wasn't any slow parts for me.
There was,
It was a fast-paced thriller, Boney.
yeah, it kicked off pretty soon. There was a part, God, what was it? I remember thinking to myself, like, they're really sort of dry. I think it was when they were trying to get from that back train to the front. I think
When
there
he's
was,
in the bathroom crying, and then you have to sit there and watch him wash his hand for 5 minutes.
yeah.
No, I think that was character development.
It was an hour and 20 minutes into the movie.
Well, he
Like,
changed
that-
from cold-hearted to lovable guy.
He had just got kicked out because they said he was infected. Like, it was, I don't know.
There was a couple moments in the movie where I was like, they could speed this up, but I didn't. Yeah, I thought it moved pretty fast. Like it kicked off. pretty
Explaining
soon.
to the little girl that she's pregnant and that her kid eats gummy worms.
Oh, I blocked that out.
Yeah, and I'm like, why? Why do I need? Everyone knows what pregnant means except for this
Yeah.
idiot little kid.
There was also that
So
weird part where like they went to a greenhouse and they.
but I mean,
Oh god.
it's just little things like that. And did he ever say a name? But it was in like Korean, so I didn't know it.
He did, yeah.
I'm
He yelled
sure,
a
yeah.
name.
What was the name though?
I'd have
He
to
was
look
like,
it up,
"Honey,
dude.
the
It was in
name."
Korean.
And
It was
she's
like
like,
Eon or some
"Okay."
shit.
And then
Oh, are you talking about when the muscle dude was dying?
yeah.
Yeah, what was the name? It was like Yishin or something when she was
You
running
need a
away,
I
name.
have no idea.
and he was
You
like,
I don't-
name.
I don't
he's-
speak Korean, and the subtitles weren't that good. So the name you're thinking is the name might just
Yeah.
be the word for name.
That was one of the things I was like, I don't know if it was just because it was how I was reading the subtitles, but some of the line delivery seemed really weird in that movie.
The subtitles, like I had a Blu-ray version. Mine were good. Like I didn't see a problem with mine. It
I mean,
wasn't
mine
slow or
was
nothing.
1080 HD,
Yeah.
4K,
I don't know. Mine was,
whatever Netflix had.
mine was Netflix on a
Yeah.
1080 TV. I don't know
Yeah.
if it wasn't 4K.
I don't think. I think it was just how I read the subtitles in my mind and how they're saying it, and I'm reading it a different way versus how they're saying it. And there was a couple instances where I was like, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird."
there's a couple times where you're like, huh?
Yeah,
And,
a
like,
lot
it
of them
just-
came from that muscle guy. He was like, "Hey, yo, jerk, you owe me an apology." I'm like, "That's a weird,
Yeah,
weird thing to
that
say."
was. It was a different character, but like he was like the big teddy bear, the big lovable teddy bear.
Yeah,
like,
no, he was the
if
best
you
part of the
saw how
movie.
if you saw how he treated his wife, the big ass like he's this big ass fucking dude, like muscle dude, but treats everybody with like respect and like kindness, like overflowing
Hey,
respect and
and it
kindness.
got him killed in the end. That dad knew what he
What
was
it-
talking about.
The most badass.
What did that guy
fucking
do
dad.
for a living? Did they ever say?
He looked like I
Like an
don't know.
accountant or something?
It looked
Who
like he was
knows?
wearing like a bathrobe the whole movie.
He was wearing like a homeless guy suit, right?
It
Where
was
like the
something
jacket and
weird,
the pants
yeah.
didn't match and
It was
stuff.
yeah, but when
But
he
he
took it
almost
off,
appeared like he had money, so he
Yeah.
dressed like that.
Yeah.
He's like he seemed like a Yakuza boss to me, but just saying. Like he seemed like that type of character. So
I thought it was funny when they wrapped their forearms in like duct tape and shit, and then they
Yeah.
they come out. Dude has a shield, the other guy has his bat, and that dude just has his fist, and he's going through just decking zombies. I was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
He's picking them up and throwing them against like the ceiling and shit. I was like, holy shit!
Apparently, they say the word zombie in this movie.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
And I don't remember it, but I remember reading stuff about it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, they mentioned the word zombie," and I was like, "I don't remember that."
It was
it's on the newscast, isn't it, or
Was
something?
The
Yeah,
newscast,
she
I
looks
thought
on
they
her
were trying to
phone.
cover it up as riots.
She
Well, no,
looked.
that was
She looked on her
different, yeah.
phone, and like the keyword like in the search, it was like zombie.
Oh,
Like the top like 50 out of 100 were zombie. Or
So
some
let me
shit.
ask you guys a question.
okay.
And I don't know if everyone's seen 28 Days Later, but which zombie movie is better, in your opinions?
Dawn of
Have
the
I
Dead is
seen-
pretty good. The remake.
That wasn't even an option.
Have I seen 28 Days Later?
I've seen it. It's been so long
It's
though.
it's so good.
I wanted. That's one of the ones I want to watch.
It's so much better than this.
What?
You know what? I'm gonna take that back. It's not better, but it's like if England had a zombie outbreak and then
Mhm.
Korea had, and they were both at the same time, because they both have the crazy running zombies. They both
Yeah.
have like the insane,
Is that
whatever.
what we're
I don't
watching?
know.
Go ahead.
I watched 28 Days Later like a few months ago. It doesn't hold up as well as you think.
Oh no.
Damn.
Which one?
Have you seen it, Mav?
I don't think I have.
Was,
Or if I did, it was a long time ago.
was it 28
It's not
days or 28 weeks that had the opening where the dad like leaves the mom and
It's
the daughter?
Weeks.
Weeks, okay. I
They're
don't
both
know-
good.
I'm sure
they're
I've
both-
seen it, but it's been so long.
The other one has Cillian Murphy in it, and he's amazing. He
Cillian
makes that
Murphy's
movie.
amazing and everything.
But I don't know. Like I said, I really like that one just because like
This movie,
they're very similar now that I think about it.
yeah.
Because like the thing you're worried about is the zombies, right? But then
Mhm.
like humans end up being your biggest worry,
Yeah.
right? Like so it all kind of makes sense. I
Yeah,
don't know.
this movie did really good at being like they're outnumbered at all times. Like there was so many zombies in this movie. And then it, you know, like you said, they're worried about the zombies, and then that dude ends up killing half the cast of this movie. Like,
Well, he just uses zombies as a weapon, right?
use zombies, yeah, just throwing them in the way so you can get away. God, I hated that guy so much. Every time I think of him.
Well,
Yeah.
like I think the ending was supposed to be like this thing about how the guy knew he was bit and he knew he was changing,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't jump off the train, and then the good guy did,
The good guy, yeah.
So I was like, okay, I guess, but at the same time,
Wasn't
I don't know.
wasn't that song that the girl started singing in the tunnel? Didn't the dad like sing that to her earlier in the movie or something?
No, that's the song that she learned just for her father, but then he wasn't there for the
That's
recital,
okay, yeah.
and then she was singing it there for her dead daddy,
Her dead daddy, yeah.
and I don't. It was horrible.
Wow.
Say it. I mean,
Listen, she had all the acoustics. She was in the tunnel.
like I
Yeah, it
said,
remind. Do you remember the beginning of that movie, The Interview,
With
where there's like this,
Seth
where
Rogen
this,
and James Franco.
there's like these children singing in the beginning of it. Oh, it kind of reminded me of that.
No, God, I haven't watched that movie in a while. Doesn't
I,
that movie
I,
kick off with Eminem being gay?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good, dude.
Yeah. Like I said though, they should have died in that tunnel. They should have got shot.
Oh, dude, I don't think so. That would have ruined it.
Like it was a happy ending, and you're like, okay, you know, the good they made it. But God, it would have been so much more depressing than good if like they got popped. You're like,
They
oh,
either had to show the mom
or
or
get
like
or
have
kill them. Yeah.
or kill him, and if they would have killed him, then this movie would have been like a solid 6 or 7.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be. Have you ever watched the original Night of the Living Dead, the George A. Romero one? That's
I
like
think
black
so.
and white.
It's not even copyrighted. I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it used to not be copyright for years. So if you watch other horror movies, some random character will just be watching it because they can use it whenever. I think they got the right to it like 2 years ago. I think it is copyrighted now. But
But
the same thing. That movie, it's like, oh man, he's getting away. Oh, he's dead. Like just a gang of people thought he was a zombie and shot him. And I thought that was how this movie would go, and it was like, oh no, they lived. So if you like happy endings, like this is this one's good for you.
kind of,
Kind
because
of,
It
if
was
that
yeah.
kind
girl,
of a happy ending.
if
This
that girl's
ending
mom's
was far
dead,
from
she's
happy.
a fucking orphan.
Ending was far from happy, but it could have been a lot less happy. Yeah. Oh.
It was good because I think every horror movie should use no name people.
Yeah, I like
Like
it when I don't know who they are.
the Kevin Bacon movie coming out looks amazing,
It
but
does.
Kevin
every
Bacon.
time I see him turn a corner, I'm just gonna start screaming "Footloose."
Yeah.
Like it kind of
Since
plugs
it's on
me.
demand, are we screening that one right when it
Is
comes
it on
out?
demand?
Shit, we might
Yeah.
have to.
Maverick, kick the people out of your house so we can go over there and chill and watch a
Yeah.
movie.
You remember
Yeah.
you remember when the lady like they closed the door the first time when the zombies break out? And the lady's like, I'm
Mhm.
tired of looking at this, and she like splashes water on the window and puts the paper towels.
That was so good.
I liked
That
it.
newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? But I had seen it before. I didn't remember that though.
Yeah, I liked it. It reminded me of there's that scene in Shaun of the Dead where the dude flicks on the lights and all the zombies are, and he's like, and he just pulls down the curtain and walks away. I was like, oh, they're just covering up the windows so they don't have to worry about them. Would they have been fine if they just stayed in that cabin and didn't freak out? Like if they didn't, weren't they fine
I
until
don't
they
know.
got off and then all the army zombies started coming?
Well, no, they told them they had to leave because the army was
Oh,
taking
yeah.
over the train.
And then that guy made the phone call and they were like, hey, it's not safe there, come this way. And he like didn't tell anyone. And the girl was like, I gotta
Yeah.
go
Who was-
tell everyone.
Who was that guy talking to?
I think it was just
Where
some
he-
business asset.
No, it said a general.
yeah,
said
it had to
was
be
a-
Oh,
like
yeah.
someone in charge of the army.
It was
right?
like Lieutenant something, because then he called him later, and he's like, "I can't get in touch with any of my men." And then they see all the zombies running. Did you
That
think
scene was pretty cool.
Did you think the little girl was gonna bite it when she's like
That dude
standing
came
there
out-
and the dad was running in slow mo?
There was a weird spot where, like, he was looking at her right after they had gotten done with whatever, like a intense moment,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was gonna pan down, and you'll see like a little bite on her leg,
Yeah.
and they're gonna do the
Oh
classic zombie
shit!
movie trope where they're like, "Don't tell anyone," and then they're all like in the thing, and then
Yeah.
like she goes crazy, and they have to kill her. Or vice
Yeah.
versa.
That would have been nuts.
Yeah. Once again, if they would have killed that girl there, I think this movie would have been that much crazier. But
No, because
Also-
if they killed the girl, the dad would have just died too, right after.
I was hoping they would do a thing where the guy got bit, and he was like, "You guys go on without me." Then he jumps to his death, and then on the like intercom walkie-talkie, like, "We got a cure. You just gotta," and you know, like
they pull like a mist.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I said, there was
I liked it.
watching this movie. I was actively looking for other. I stopped this movie halfway through to play a game.
You did.
That's how bored I was with the movie. But I don't know. Like I
I
said,
watched it in 2 parts.
I watched it in one sitting, boys. I made it.
I
through.
know. I was so I was so into it. I watched the whole thing. I was super tired. Like it was like I'd been up since 5 o'clock that morning. It's now 12 o'clock at night, and
But-
I was like, okay, I gotta watch this movie.
But then the
I
horror.
started it. Then the whole thing, I was just like fucking trained to it. It was
Yeah.
good, dude.
But then the horror had your heart racing, and you couldn't go to
It
sleep.
did, man. It had me.
Were you
Had my heart.
were you
going.
drinking a lot during it, Mev?
No, I didn't drink any.
Oh shit!
I had some popcorn. I popped some corn, boys.
Pop some
You
Corn.
popped
corn.
some corn.
That's what's up.
sounds good.
That does sound good. I haven't had popcorn in a long time.
Sure. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna stick with my review. I'm glad. Like, I don't know. I know I review things kind of low sometimes. It's like hit or miss for me. There's never like
Yeah,
middle of the
I-
road. But like, I usually have good reasons. It's never like something like if she would have showed her boobs, I would give it a higher rating or anything like that.
Jesus.
Like I could usually explain. my
Yeah, I
review.
gave it. I thought it was a decent little zombie flick. I gave it a 6 because there was a couple things in there that I didn't. I haven't.
It
I
was like
can't
2
remember.
hours
a scene.
long, wasn't it?
It wasn't a long one. It was an hour and 50. So there was nothing little about it. It was a long. It was a long movie.
It was. Content.
But yeah, I liked it. Thought it was all right. I don't know. I wouldn't be like, oh, I gotta watch it again tomorrow or something. Like, give me,
Fuck that.
yeah, give me some time, and I'd be like, ah, I'll throw this on, like on a Saturday night.
I mean,
Fuck that.
yeah.
Fuck.
There's a million movies out there. I don't think I'd ever watch this one again.
Yeah,
That
I
being
don't think I've
said,
ever seen
up
a
to this
movie
point,
I watched.
I don't think there's any of the movies that I'd really like look forward to watching.
Again,
That one, but I watched it twice in one day. But other than that, like,
hey, you still gotta watch the original.
yeah, I do.
I put that off. I haven't watched it yet.
I want to give it time. That way I enjoy it when I do, right?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't feel as much as work.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, all right. Anyone got any final thoughts?
Well, first, on this movie,
Yeah.
it's just a classic zombie movie. I don't think they did anything really crazy.
Hey, dear
Sure.
zombie.
Like, was there anything in there that was like it redefined like the zombie genre? Like World War Z had like the insect type, and 28 Days Later had the running zombies, you know, and Warm Hands had the thinking, talking,
warm bodies.
warm bodies, whatever. So like, there's nothing in there that really make it to be like this is this thing, you know.
No, it didn't.
This is where they could use guns, you know, and or anything
Yeah.
like that.
It didn't
So
really.
it's just
It didn't really.
It was good. Overall, it was a pretty good zombie movie
Yeah.
for what it
Right.
was, right?
Yeah, it didn't really change anything. It was a zombie movie. I didn't mind the characters. Thought some of them were decent. So
Shit, speaking of movies with trains, you guys ever seen Money Train?
Great
Starring
movie.
Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson
and who's the
and
lady? Isn't
Jennifer
it-
Lopez.
Yeah,
no.
I thought it was
Yeah.
Ortiz from the.
What's the movie from like the 70s? It's like a western where it's like two brothers robbing a train and stuff.
What?
It's like
I'm
a-
not sure.
I don't know what it is. I watched
need
it
more
forever
information.
ago. Oh yeah, that doesn't narrowed
Yeah,
down
I
at
mean,
all.
train robbery and westerns.
Yeah, you never see those.
It's Silverado.
Sure.
Silverado's like the
shit.
greatest western movie
Yeah.
ever made.
Better
But
than
anyways.
God, I can't even. What's the one where the guys come out of the barn where the army's there and then it freeze frames?
What?
Cowboys and Aliens?
Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid?
Yeah, that's it. The Cowboys and Aliens. That's the greatest western. I went to the theater to see that movie. I saw that movie in the theater.
Oh, I
You
think
know
you're
what I'm
talking about
talking
Billy the
about.
Kid, is what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
know what you're talking about. I watched that movie.
Oh shit.
Anyways,
I saw it was
focus.
added to HBO.
We
Okay.
gotta. We're talking about westerns in a horror podcast.
Hey, has there been a western horror? Oh, we'll not get into it.
Yeah,
Dude.
Bones Tall Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk.
I
Yeah,
was just thinking that, yeah.
yeah.
Worst movie ever made.
That's classified as a horror. You look it up. It's like a
Maverick can't watch
drama horror. Why not?
because it has Will Wheaton in there, or whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
Oh, the Patrick
Oh.
Wilson.
Patrick Wilson?
Yeah, Patrick Wilson.
Why do you hate that guy, Mav?
I don't. Who?
Patrick Wilson, the guy from
You
the
got it.
Conjuring and Watchmen, the one you said you hated.
Oh, that fucking asshole.
What?
Dude, I don't know. He's a weird character, man. What TV show was he on?
I told you he was gonna have some weird, like, personal vendetta against a role, where the dude dated someone he thought was hot, so now he's just jealous.
No. It's the dude as a person, like IRL. I don't think he's a bad guy. The characters he plays are fucking weird. I'm trying to think of. He was on a TV show. I forget what
I'm
the fuck
looking
it was.
it up right now.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up.
Hey,
Yeah,
well,
he does a lot of acting in movies.
Bone Tomahawk. I
The
don't-
other two?
No, it was.
Still looking. I was
Dude,
Fargo?
I think he had a cameo in like.
Now it's a cameo.
A Gifted Man?
Fuck, what was it?
American Dad?
What's the TV show with Ron Swanson?
The Office?
Parks and Rec?
Parks and Rec.
I think he had a cameo on Parks and Rec, and some other show, maybe The Office. I don't. But he played a fucking weird. Like his acting style's fucking weird. He plays like uptight asshole role on everything he is in.
Are you sure you're talking about the right guy?
Yeah.
You sure you're not thinking of, like, Rob Lowe?
Well, no.
I think you're thinking of Rob Lowe.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, Rob Lowe's in that show.
Yeah, I know he's in that show. Different dudes. Not all
Whoa.
white people look the same, boys.
I mean, we know this. We're not sure you know this.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it. He's not in any of these shows you're mentioning.
Hey, well, tune in next week to find out which show Patrick Wilson was in.
Well, what are we watching this week?
I think we're gonna watch Cannibal Holocaust.
God damn.
We're gonna do it. It's probably gonna
Whose
be terrible.
pick is this? Tom's
This is my pick.
I know why Maverick doesn't like him.
Okay, what's that?
He's the bad guy from the A-Team movie.
The 18. What the fuck is that?
The A-Team.
A-Team.
Oh, 18.
No, Maverick hasn't seen it. Remember he wanted to watch it?
I don't know. Like everything else.
The new A-Team?
Yeah.
Or the 1983?
Bradley Cooper.
No, the one where they fall
I've
out
seen
of
that.
the plane.
Yeah, when
with
it
the
first
tank.
came out.
The
Yeah.
Rampage.
Well, you said you wanted to watch it the other week. Anyway.
Anyways, so Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but
Alright.
it's
It came out 20 years before you
came
were
out-
born.
it came out in like I want to say 79, but
1980.
1980. Okay, I just remember like always watching these videos and stuff about the folklore of it, and the director got arrested because they were like, you made a snuff film and stuff. So
So that's what we're screening next week.
that's what we're screening next week, and then it's back to old Baggins. But yeah, so next week is Cannibal Holocaust. I think it's about time to head to that clock out. I think our shift is almost at an end.
Looks like clock out, not head to the clock.
Oh
No,
shit.
You know what time it
Another
is to clock
masterpiece
out.
of an episode.
Yeah, it don't get no brighter.
So hold on before you finish
Okay.
up. What do we give Mav's like pick of a movie overall rating?
Oh, we're
Like, what
changing
can we
it
all
up.
agree on to give this?
The
like
overall rating?
A through F, yeah, like a letter grade.
A through F. This was like
Yeah, I give it a
What the
C
fuck?
because it's very average, but like
Solid B.
Yeah, I give it a
or
solid
B minus.
I'm cool with a B minus. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't hate
decent
it.
movie,
I
nothing
thought it was
special.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wasn't a waste of my time.
yeah, no, I don't think anyone
yeah. I think people can watch
argue
it.
that it's a waste of time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot better than fucking God Society.
Every episode, we're just gonna mention how bad society.
Hey guys, we did the Society. You should go check out that review. It's really good. Anyways,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what everyone thought in general
Yeah. No, I'm a
as a group.
I'm a zombie nerd anyway, so anything zombies, I'm sort of more into, I guess.
Does that mean we need to start calling you Tom B?
Shit.
Can you
No.
put crickets in right there?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening. Go check out Train to Busan. And
Train to Busan. Get there while you can.
get there while you can. It's leaving the
on.
station. What were you saying?
It's on because it rhymed. But then you said leaving the station.
I
You
did.
should quit playing off.
Yeah,
Choo
through
choo.
choo choo. All right. See you next time.